Well, we now shift our attention to the United Kingdom, where Russian spy vessels are brazenly probing UK waters, exposing potential weaknesses in the UK's defence. Speaking in the UK Parliament, Defence Minister John Healey said Yanta, a Russian spy vessel used for intelligence and mapping critical infrastructure on the sea floor, entered UK waters on Monday. And the UK Navy tracked it for 2 days until it entered the Dutch waters. Healey said that the Russian ship entered the UK exclusive economic zone about 72 kilometres off the UK coast.
I changed the Royal Navy's rules of engagement so that our warships can get closer and better track the Yanta. So far, the ship has complied with international rules of navigation.
Healey further said that this is the second time that Yanta, which is a Russian spy vessel, has entered British waters in recent months. In November last year, the ship was detected loitering over UK critical undersea infrastructure.
But, Mr. Speaker, this is the second time that Yanta has entered our waters in recent months. In November, the ship was also closely watched and detected loitering over UK critical undersea infrastructure. To deter any potential threat, I took measured steps then as part of a clear direct response to the Russian vessel.
Incidents of potential sabotage of power cables, telecom links and gas pipelines have increased in the Baltic Sea, and that is following the outbreak of the Russia-Ukraine war in 2022. But the frequency has increased recently. Since November last year, there have been at least 3 incidents where underwater cables have severed in the Baltic Sea. Meanwhile, Russian ships are also having a similar impact on NATO. In the Gulf of Finland, elite divers and submersible drones are being sent to the seabed to probe potential sabotages. Well, as a part of the Operation Baltic Sentry, a NATO mission to patrol and protect gas pipelines and internet cables in the Baltic Sea. A fleet of ships, including a Dutch frigate, a German mine hunter, a Dutch survey vessel, a Swedish warship and a French minesweeper are also reportedly expected to arrive soon. Furthermore, the UK has also decided to send maritime patrol and surveillance aircraft to help NATO's efforts. Now, with Healey stating that the UK would also deploy an advanced AI system to help safeguard undersea infrastructure, while the UK extends support to NATO, the situation is not so straightforward, especially domestically. UK military preparedness has reportedly crumbled. According to UK's Internal Ministry of Defence calculations, the country needs to increase defence spending to 3.6% of GDP, a staggering 56% increase from current levels, to modernize its military, protect its nuclear deterrent and also meet NATO obligations, which in light of the UK's stretched finances is reportedly impossible. And the situation for UK gets grimmer. In March last year, the Deputy Chief of Defence Staff admitted that UK forces could not sustain a conflict with Russia for more than 2 months. And that is due to major resource shortages, adding that the country does not have the ammunition and the reserves of equipment to fight a prolonged war. His comments came just a few months after an inquiry by the Commons Defence Committee, which found that UK's armed forces were not ready for a war with Russia, especially without urgent reforms to reverse a recruitment crisis in the country and also to dramatically strengthen Britain's stockpile of weapons and ammunition. The UK is clearly at a very critical juncture. It may have to invest heavily in defence or face risks of further Russia incursions. Russia is testing UK's boundaries, probing its defences, and at this moment finding them wanting.